I accidentally fell into nuclear wastewater. Never expected it would take me to the peak of my life. I got in the car to go home and change clothes. My body started shaking uncontrollably. The next second, I coughed up a puddle of black sticky stuff. I didn't care at first, forcing myself to get back home. Then I was hunched over the toilet, throwing up non-stop. Everything coming out was the nuclear wastewater that got in my stomach. An intense chill took over my entire body. Even wrapped in thick blankets, I was still shaking from the cold. My body was quietly mutating. The next day, I woke up. My body mysteriously returned to normal. I felt power surging through my whole body. I thought everything was fine. I went to work at the construction site like usual. Never expected to run into a gang shootout. A bullet instantly knocked me off the 18th floor. At that height, a normal person would be dead, but I just lay on the ground unconscious for a few minutes, then suddenly woke up. I was stunned. I just fell from the 18th floor but didn't die. The gang was still upstairs. Without a word, I sprinted home. I ran dozens of miles in one breath, not even out of breath, like I had endless power in my body. Got home with no time to think. The most important thing was to treat the gunshot wound on my shoulder. Right then, my downstairs neighbor kept making a huge racket. Instantly made me furious. I just wanted to warn her to be quiet. I threw one punch. Actually punched a hole straight through her door. The neighbor got scared and hid. That's when I realized something was wrong with my body. To test it, I pulled out my wardrobe, gave it a light push. The several hundred-pound wardrobe flew straight out. Then I went for the radiator. Pulled it off with barely any effort, pressed down slightly. The radiator turned into an accordion. After falling into the nuclear waste, I awakened superpowers. Dirt poor as I was, a bold idea came to mind. Under cover of the dark night, I put on a mask, walked up to an ATM machine, started hammering away at it. With a little effort from my hands, I ripped the several hundred-pound ATM straight out of the wall, carried it right back home. Now I had cash. Went straight to the convenience store, bought a ton of ice cream, stuffed the fridge completely full, was about to change the dressing on my shoulder wound. The gunshot wound had miraculously healed. The muscles on my body became even more solid, like I could kill a bull with one punch. Just as I was in shock, suddenly heard screaming from my neighbor's place. I slowly walked out my door. A few thugs were harassing my downstairs neighbor. I was always just an honest guy, didn't have the courage to help, pretended to walk past and headed downstairs, lit up a cigarette. The thug leader suddenly didn't like the look of me, slapped me across the face, told me to get lost, then dragged my neighbor into the room, planning to hurt this beautiful girl. At the critical moment, I burst through the window. This time I wouldn't let these thugs get away. The fat guy came up and slapped me. To me, it was like a tickle. The next second, I lifted the 300-pound fat guy straight up. Under everyone's shocked stares, I threw the fat guy flying. Another thug tried to come forward. The next second,